Hey guys, it's Sein Kim and so I've been working on some stuff. So here's the sort of backstory of no no freedom. So I'm gonna start tribute remix. So the original one was made by me and Ben back when we first started works of SMB. Present day Wallabies Multimedia, and so verse one in the original song, yeah. I think the original one was sort of terrible, because to be honest, yeah. And like that was the time when I recorded it, people were calling me a crip just because I wore blue. I don't believe in gangs. I don't like gangs. And then I meant and mentioned stuff about problems and generally what's going on right now. Cause people always say the N word to black people and call the B word to a woman, and so like why did so it even though there's the term free country, but like why do people not help others, and and the chorus was the original chorus with Ben Wilson doing it. We say we have freedom, but we actually don't. People getting targeted by others every single day. It doesn't seem to stop. No freedom at all. So it's enough about people enough with people getting targeted every day on stuff because of yeah. Actually, just looking at the lyrics, I think it was my idea to do this. Actually, yeah. And verse two was that was also written when there was three other people who were trying to frame me for stuff, and they try to pretend to be me on Instagram, and yeah. And there was a part on discrimination that I faced. That is true. When you're Asian and you're not Caucasian, yeah, you end up getting victim hate a lot. And then some people are just were thinking I was just overreacting, and yeah. And verse three was basically saying people they were they really they're a victim of society, and they're the oh yeah. And then this was also written during the time when Trump was saying started the Make America Great Again and build the wall and make Mexico pay for it. So yeah. So that was exactly 317 words in there. Okay, so. But the reason I really actually wanted to do this tribute song was because of everything that happened against black people, Mexican people, and Asians right now in 2020. Black people still got shot by white cops. I swear, like, no, why that was why American white cops are like they're like gangsters. But the ones though who are caught doing doing that get fired. So verse one is sort of similar to the original one. I start off with, yeah, it's time of I told him a little something. And about equality and fairness. What happened in the world right now? So much hate's now spreading. I know what you think. I'm different. I'm not from here. So, yeah. No, I'm not legally Canadian, but yeah. Well, like, yeah, they'll actually have a card specifying that yeah. You know, and most, and I'm usually mistaken for either Chinese or Japanese, but people still don't know about the eye thing. Yeah, it's the shape of the eyes. So yeah. So most likely our names get spelled wrong most commonly, and people make fun of me because I'm Asian, and yeah, they only care about the Westerners usually only care about themselves or their Europe counterparts. Only the true ones do, and so and I said, I want to show respect for every person in the world. So that's why I made the song "Don't Judge Me" and "Don't Judge Me Too," and I also did a strike back with at those racist people, well, those sexist and racist people, because there was at Queen's University there was like some people, a group of students who were like threatening like murder and some LGBT students, and one of my friends were one of the students there at the time, and then this happened around Thanksgiving, and she was scared, and yeah. But you don't know like what it feels like to be like threatened to be murdered unless if you've actually been a victim, or yeah, you know. And then there's that Eminem quote: "I don't care if you're like straight, gay, lesbian, bisexual, or black, Asian, if you're nice to me, I'll be nice to you." So I did like a play on that. If you're nice to me, that's one of my life rules. Because if someone's reacting rude to me, yeah. But the funny thing is, like, if someone like treats you rudely, like, or says bad things to you, and then you do it back to them because, you know, yeah, they'll act like, oh, I'm hurt, and like, yeah, they make you look like the bad guy. So I don't care like what language someone speaks or what gender they are, even if they like change their gender to like to another gender, transgender, or if they're gay, lesbian, I don't care. Or if they I don't care if they're black. I know Asian kids, so I'm used to it now, So they have been nice to me, so I have nothing against them. So chorus, I used this exact same chorus from the original, except I extended it and added some more words. So the chorus is, they say we have freedom, but we actually don't. Still have people get targeted every single day. It don't seem to stop. With the and I added, what's with the judgment, with all this hate streaming out. I swear we're at the worst. And then no freedom, and no freedom at all, and no freedom was already there. I guess I really ever since the 2016 I became an equal rights activist, and 2018 what happened in New Zealand with the shooting at the church. Yeah, I become an activist on stuff. So for the verse 2, I still did the same first line. We got no freedom to be ourselves. So, makes sense. So always look down from the rest, and I'm not just talking about LGBT issues. Ooh. Seeing hearing what's been happening. So if you never heard about what happened to Ahmaud Arbery and George Floyd, yeah, Arbery was shot by a white man and his son in Georgia state, and he was just running around his neighborhood, minding his own business, and he was mistaken for someone else, and yeah. And then while George Floyd, he was like, yeah. Cop told him to step out of his car, so he just did because you're supposed to, and he was just abiding by the rules, didn't say anything, Okay, and then the cop just like pinned him down, and then and literally added like pressure on his throat. He was like face down. So there have been other black people also shot by people, and also celebrities. I don't want. Get me started on Nipsey Hussle. Shot down by some unknown person outside of one of his clothing stores. So yeah. So issue number 2 was also Mexicans being classified as terrorists, and Mexican Americans already were like actually like mad about Donald Trump for like saying like for Mexicans getting labeled like that. Because some people were like business people, lawyers, and hardworking people, and yeah, they got mad. So racism with the Asians, yeah, that has been going on since the 1900s, and it hasn't not stopped. And ever since coronavirus started, it has increased. I've already mentioned this before, so I don't want to mention it again. So, and then I mentioned something about how people, say bad words to others, but when others say it back, they're like, oh, And then like there are like times when people say like racist jokes and or sexist jokes, and it's offensive, and they're like, can't you take a joke? There's always those idiots who always say that, and yeah, those are the people I want to hit right, punch right in the face, and kick them right in the privates. Yeah, it's usually mean girls and mean boy and mean punkster and punkster boys who do that. And I didn't mention the part where if like like there have been like shootings caused by like white people, and you know they just like got sentenced to jail, and no guns for you, and they get fined money, and they're locked up. But when like a black person does it, but rarely they don't. Even if they're like just being innocent, they're just innocent, don't have a gun on them, and yeah, they get shot dead. Like, and also I support women on this because there have been sexual assaults, and men view women as still view women as second, and and just for like just for cooking, cleaning the house, and may have babies, and well, there are like girls I know who like they have like lots of potential, and they've been very nice, and they deserve a future. So and going back to the Mexican border, yeah. So ever since the coronavirus started, yeah, still no one has been released, like, and then like, not as a family, but like they never like the people holding them in those camps, aka slash prison. Yeah, they're like literally tearing their like the kids and away from their parents. Yeah. So verse 3 was now half the world struggling, have no idea what to do, hungry, sad, and restless. So I'm talking. I was focusing on Africa and still developing in developing countries, and you know because there are people who are struggling right now, and there are, and if you go to the place like so like if you go to a developed country, yeah, instead like everyone's just blaming each other, and and this is when I want to talk about the coronavirus. So they blame everyone who looks Chinese or is Chinese, and yeah, I already did a video on this. Singapore, Taiwan, Korean, Hong Kong, China, Malaysia, Singapore, Mongolian, Indonesian, and any other Asians from other currently living in America or USA or Canada are currently facing lots of hate, because some people got the idea that all Asians carry viruses. Oh, so if I have a virus, I can. Yeah, I don't. But there are developed countries that that is not Canada and well, not like USA, like they're like, or some people, like if something wrong happens, like they would like go straight to like if something happened in the world, and they would actually like figure out a way to how to help, or like they could donate cash. and some people are terrible at geography. Yeah, some people are like yeah, they only care about like like there was some videos where showing where U.S. Americans are asked to name some countries in the world, and they can't even find North Korea, even though the interviewer said it's right above South Korea, and wow, that was embarrassing. No, and also put the question: what if another disease or virus happened again? Are you going to blame somebody, or are you going to work together with the world and help fight it off? So the bridge is also like sort of like the part between right before verse 4. Instead of like it's more important about not stop fighting, and and start thinking about like those who are like struggling about their everyday life. There are people in poverty right now, not just in like undeveloped countries, but also like developed countries. Like there are people who still live in the streets, or or people who don't like have a home because they don't have enough money to pay off the bills, buy groceries, and you know yeah, because I was in downtown outside Union Station in downtown Toronto before, and I've seen like a homeless I've seen a couple beggar ladies before, and there was one young woman curled up on the streets, sleeping, oh, like just lying down, holding up a sign, asking for donations. Wow. And verse 4. So I also mentioned that people are victims of society, because it seems like everyone's like believing like everything, like some people's like politicians that post, you know. So it's like sort of like they're like far left, or like far right parties, and yeah. And then there are like some fake posts that you actually need to actually like check other posts to actually view other posts to actually assure that is the information I'm reading 100% correct? Is it accurate? And there are like people out there who like still want to like split us all up again, with whites on top and everyone's down below. Well, I believe everyone deserves equal privilege. And then usually like those people hate people because of gender, race, religion, beliefs, and yeah, so many other things. Although I don't like to believe in the alien thing, there's some people who believe that, but I don't believe in aliens. And then there's people who abuse people because they're born differently. They're born in a different place, or facial disformation, or some of their bodies like sort of different from others. So like, and if someone says something, and back then like it didn't offend anybody, but like with the new millennial calling more even like numbers and like items, like saying words, and I'll give some examples. 69 for some, and yeah. And yeah. Or there's like there's some words that are like was normal until like some found it offensive because yeah, and they're very sensitive, and but like some people like just yeah, and some people can't do things because of society, because society, yeah, it's messed up now, and I think everyone that deserves like rights in the world, and people are going to lock us out. We're going to like smash the lock and let ourselves in, in equality. I believe in equality for everyone. So the outro is basically I'm saying, basically more me saying, so we got to do something about it because enough of us have struggled and no freedom. I won't go silent. Because no one, no matter like what like the other people or even the government says, like try to like mute you from like freely saying something, you know, like equal rights for example, and I'm talking about equal rights on that. So if we don't, if the if they shut us out, yeah, we don't have a freedom, and but you still should be like speak out about that. Uh, so if there's an issue you want to talk about, speak out about it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Kudos.